Hello everyone. Today we want to talk about Powerson metal materials, especially the galvalume steels and the galvanized steels. Okay. So my name is David and I'm new here and I want to talk about these products today. And I ask that you just give me your time and to go through what we have today to share with you. Okay. So today is just another day. We are quite happy and glad to be here to share our products with you. Okay, so just stay calm and give me your ears, give me your time, and I won't be long. And I think your being here will actually worth it. So basically today we'll talk about the selections of galvanum steels for LGS frame. Okay, so basically, I think many of you might not be familiar with the LGS house, right? But it's basically the kind of house where you can just take few days to put together or assemble or install, or a few months. That would be like depending on the kind of methods you want to use on the house. Okay, it's a kind of a container like a structure that you can just put together maybe in just few days or few months. That depends, like I said, on the specific products and the quality of material that you want to use. Okay, so there's a video that will be provided right through the link there, and then if you have more interest in this, you can just click the link below the video there and you can watch another video that will take you to the actual presentation of the LGS house, that is the large gauge steel house, and then you can have more interest. And I'm very sure that after watching this video of LGS house, you might have the desire, or you might have the passion or the reasonable doubts that will be clear out to have this kind of house as your future home.
A scientific and technological revolution integrating light steel structure and intelligent housing. A new generation of houses. With the rapid development of the world economy, product structure adjustment has appeared in the field of construction engineering. The situation that concrete and masonry structure dominate the world for a long time is changing. Light steel structure has attracted the attention of people in the industry with its own advantages. It's been reasonable, rapidly used in building construction. It has lightweight, easy installation and short construction period. Heat preservation, earthquake resistance, environmental protection advantages. All components are automatic, continuous, high precision production. Product specifications serialized, stereotyped, matching. Dimensions of each part are precise. LGS house weight is about 1/5 of the weight of a traditional house. Significantly reduced the base cost. LGS house wall is only half thickness of brick mixed structure. Structural area significant reduction. Up to 92% of the residential area. About 7% to 10% more area of use than traditional building. The internal structure is supported by galvalume light steel keel. Our company's unique scientific technology to create a combination of insulation walls. Variety of new material science combinations to achieve better than the traditional insulation effect. Carefully selected dense sheets make the house insulation as expected. In addition, our company carefully analyzed on the basis of traditional building materials through effective combinations and using of new materials. The soundproofing, fire resistance, shock and wind protection of integrated houses reached a new height. Roof laying self-rolling waterproof coils. And laying asphalt tile to play a double insurance waterproof effect. Galvalume light steel keel used in light steel housing system. Structural steel can be fully recycled. Other supporting materials recovery rate also more than 80%. Recycling rates are much better than traditional buildings.
Okay, so now the big question is, what's the cost and the benefit of LGS house? Benefits in terms of the advantages that comes with owning an LGS house. So firstly, let's talk about the price. So the price is normally $260 per square kilometer and up. So it's progressive. Yeah. So the more square kilometer that you want, and then the more the price of an LGS house is going to take. Okay. So the price is also dependent on the materials that will be used and the layout of the house specifically. Yeah. So if you want to build an LGS house, there are two considerations, or there are two factors. The first factor is the materials that you want to use on the house, and the price basically will be based on the meter square that you want to use. If you want to use the 1,000 meter square, then it's up to you. It's basically what you can afford for an LGS house. So a minimum of 5,000, 10,000 can give you a house. Because if you want just a little place to stay, it's fine. You don't have to spend much. Okay. So now let's go down to the advantages of an LGS house. The first advantage I can give to you now is the fact that it is quite easy to build. So let's take an example or a situation where you can just build your house in just a few days or just few months. I think it's quite convenient, right? Yes, quite convenient because it is cost effective. That's to say you don't have to spend much money, like I said just now. It depends on the amount of square kilometer or square meter that you want to build. So if you have $5,000, you have a $5,000 LGS house. If you have $10,000, yes, you have that kind of worth for yourself to live. Okay, and then it is also energy efficient. That is to say, the ventilation that comes with LGS house is very convenient and unique because you don't have to spend a lot on your AC or use a lot of AC to secure a nice ventilation for you. No, the steel itself have this kind of ventilation that enables the house to keep like so fresh and very very much comfortable for your liking. Okay, so it's obvious that everyone want to build a house. So LGS house is just here providing you your future home that you can just spend few days to build with a minimum cost. So now I would like to introduce the galvalume steel, which is GL for short, because I think it is one of the major part of the LGS house. So now you might want to ask the question, what is galvalume steel? So now a galvalume steel is basically a cold raw material, yeah, and we call it GL for short. So it is kind of coated with 55% aluminum and 43.4% kind of a zinc and a little percentage of silicone. Okay, so here are two pieces of what we have here for galvanized steel, like I said, GL or galvalume GL for short. Take a look at it. I think it's quite unique. This is one here and this is another one. So let's move on. So there are different types actually in the GL steels. Okay, and then we have this one. We can provide this one with the color coated anti-finger performer. That is to say, you have this kind of steel wherein if you are to touch here, definitely you cannot detect by the naked eye. So it is color coated and also anti-finger performer. So if you have your hands wet or a kind of sweat on your hands here and you touch, it cannot be detected by the naked eye. Okay, so that's one aspect, and then we can provide in so many colors for the color coating or color coated galvanized material. We have blue, we have green, we have the golden and pink color coatings. So let's talk about the sizes or the thickness. We provide you 0.12 to 2.0 millimeter. Usually the structural thickness is from 0.8 to 1.2 millimeter. Yeah, and then you might also want to ask a question if you want to use GI or GL, which is galvalume or galvanized. Okay, so I would tell you that GL comes with lots of advantages, and one advantage I can share with you now is the fact that it is heat reflective. That is to say, it sends back reflections from surfaces on the steel back to the surface. That is to say, this heat reflection can now really penetrate or be hit on the steel specifically. So if you have, like say, a heat reflection from a surface, GL, which is the galvalume, can actually send that, like say, heat reflection back, because what it have this quality and the how should I say, the component in it that give it the advantage to stay warm and maintain the maximum temperature of 300 degrees Celsius. Imagine having a house that can maintain or withstand a temperature of 300 degrees Celsius. Imagine. I think it's a miracle, right? Kind of a miracle. And the last advantage here is the corrosion resistant. I think we all know what is corrosion. Yeah, the rust issues, or the issues of rust and all that. So basically, GL is quite advantageous. Galvalume is just what you need, because galvanized steel also has its own advantages, right? Fine, but GL has almost everything that you need in a comfortable and just convenient place or living place or habitat. So like I said again, a picture will be shown to you right through the link there, and you can see the basic comparison of GL and GI and know how both of them perform, and then you can do your own judgment when it comes to that. I'm just sharing with you what the both products are, and their quality and their components and what they are made of, and the advantages that these two components have. Okay, but basically I will advise you to go with GL because of the package that it comes with. Okay, so there are so many producers of steels nowadays, right? So now people export and import steels at all locations or part of the world. So now the big question is how to choose the better steel, how to choose the better one. So a basic requirement for the selection of this steel is that it should be the G550. The G550. G550 has its own component. That is to say, it is also heat resistant. The surface is smooth, like this one right here. You can see here, the surface here is quite smooth, and it has an excellent corrosion resistant ability. That is to say, it is hard to fade away. The color remains same for a longer time. It cannot attract rust. It can withstand rust for a longer period of time. So take a look at it. Yeah. So below there again is the I will put below in the link again is the MTC, that is the well tester certificate, and maybe you can look at it for references, for further references. And then let's talk about our packaging standards, and then we will also make available photos for you to see what the packaging standard is. But basically the packaging standard is done in a way that is provided wherein is wrapped up in an anti kind of a waterproof kind of plastic like that, provide a very safe iron for you, a metal for you, and then it is not There's no worry about water and a lot of that kind of reaction of kind of corrosion possibilities. There is no way. So I think we have the best packaging enrichment for you. Yeah. So that is that about the galvalume steel, and then the galvalume steel can be used in so many ways for gutters, for pipes, for garages and doors, vehicles, for home appliances, and so many things. So it's applicable to so many things. Okay, so basically, I want to stop here today, and then in the nearest future, or tomorrow, or the other tomorrow, or the next week, or whatever time, we can also provide more information on galvalume, governor stew, and color coated, and all the rest of the other stews as time goes by. So for more details, if you have specific question to ask, you can also contact us through WhatsApp or WeChat, and our contacts will be placed right below the video there, and then you can also search it and then give us a contact. And you can also send us a mail. Our lines are open every time, and we can respond to your mails. And then, yeah, we can take it from that start. Bye bye.